Ladies and gentlemen, WWE 2K26 is right around the corner. We are almost less than 20 days away, if I'm not mistaken, and we still are missing some key things. We're missing roster reveals, we're missing DLC, and things like that always feel like it's missing till the very end. But people's frustrations are really starting to show this year because people are wondering, are we supposed to pre-order this game before knowing this, right? And again, y'all, pre-ordering, not pre-ordering, I'm kind of at the point where it doesn't really even matter. You can buy the game day of and get most of the stuff that was promoted anyway. So that's the way I look at it. If you guys do feel a way about that, just wait. It ain't hurting nobody. If you feel more comfortable, wait until the roster is revealed. They are likely going to reveal it before the game drops. Let's be honest here. So just my 2 cents when it comes down to that. But before we get deeper into this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to stay tuned to the channel. We are about to hit 20,000 subscribers and we are giving away a couple of copies of WWE 2K26. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Let's go on ahead and get into it. The fact that this was added is a huge deal because Adam Pearce got his own entrance. It looks like he got his own wrestling attire. I mean, this is a really neat thing for 2K to go on ahead and add, and it makes you wonder what else do they have up their sleeve with these managers, because Nick Aldis is also somebody that I expect.
A few moments later.
As I was editing this video, 2K decided to go ahead and drop the Nick Aldis entrance as I was stating that I wanted Nick Aldis. So I'm very happy about that. I'm glad that they got both GMs, especially both that wrestled in their whole wrestling gear and all that cool stuff. Hopefully they have a manager attire. That would be something really cool if possible, but again, we'll take the wins where we can. I think this makes universe mode a bit more intriguing, even if we're looking at it from that perspective, because now you may be able to have, you know, your GM go against another wrestler on the roster, whatever the case may be, however you want to play it out in your mind. So, and Adam Pearce, man, it looks like he got his theme, the attire, I mean, everything to the T seems correct on here. So this is really exciting and I definitely thought that it was worth a mention. WWE 2K26 is set to have a ratings reveal on February 27th with ESPN. And on ESPN2, this will be televised. I wonder how that's gonna work. Honestly, for those that have ESPN2, you're probably just gonna be able to watch this on TV. But for the people that don't have cable like myself, then you're likely going to run into a little bit of an issue where you won't be able to see this. You're probably just gonna have to watch X coverage, unless that 2K has a way to get this on YouTube and other things as well to make sure that we are able to look at it. Now, the past years for me, ratings are pointless, if I'm being completely honest. Now, the reason why they are pointless to me is because we sit here and we can switch these things as soon as the game drops. Now, one of the positive things that may come out of this is the fact that the roster reveal may come in right after. Usually the roster and the ratings reveal, they pair right up together, and then you're able to usually see the roster on the 2K page. So just something to keep in mind. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this roster reveal, so February 27th could very likely be the date. There is already a live website that shows a lot of the roster members that have been revealed through trailers and things like that. So if you guys are interested in going and looking at that, the link will be down below as well for that. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that whole roster and ratings reveal thing, because I think that'll be exciting for those that have been waiting. Now, y'all, one thing that I was impressed about, 2K dropped a Booker T commentary little clip where Stephanie Vaquer was doing the Devil's Kiss, and let's go on ahead and take a look at it.
She's setting it up. Devil's Kiss. The Devil's Kiss. Mesmerizing.
And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I'm somebody that really plays with no volume most of the time. I'd rather listen to music and do something else, but I think it's gonna be a nice experience having different commentators. We've been having the same commentators over and over again for years, and that can get stale, especially for the presentation. So it's a minor detail that doesn't really affect gameplay, but it comes down to authenticity and the way the game is gonna just feel once you have it. I think that's really cool, especially if you're playing on a living room TV or anything like that. I think it's a nice addition. Booker T sounds really good. Wade Barrett comes in right after him, but I am excited to see how the commentary is going to sound with 4 people on it, because if I'm not mistaken, we got to see Corey Graves, Michael Cole, Wade Barrett, and Booker T on the same table. So that's going to be super interesting to see, you know, how it's going to be, because I grew up seeing Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole. Now we're seeing Michael Cole, Corey Graves, Wade Barrett, Booker T. Now it's 4, you know, and before it was 3. Nonetheless, we had Byron Saxton in the commentary table, but I'm excited to see how it'll play out. Not a lot of dead air throughout the matches and things like that. I wonder if it'll be more interactive, like if they'll bounce off of each other, you know, while the commentary is going on. Again, doesn't really affect the game too much, right, from a gameplay aspect, but a really cool thing to go on ahead and point out. And we see that MyFaction is obviously back. They went ahead and posted a Larry manager card, which this reminds me of Cody Rhodes and Pharaoh. Now, one thing that I would like to see, and it's a very minor detail, I would love to see the dogs in the actual game. I think that would be awesome personally if that was a thing, because for years the manager cards have been like kind of pointless. Like, yeah, they boost your stats, but it would be cool if you had the option to bring the manager out with you and they wouldn't impact the match as much as they would on like an exhibition one-on-one match with a manager, because y'all know that managers can go crazy with, you know, trying to interrupt and things like that. But if MyFaction kind of had them just chilling around where they come out with you and you maybe have to put an ability or something like that for the manager to actually act up, or the card that you're using has to have an ability for the manager to be able to trigger certain animations, that would be cool as well. I just think that managers have been very, very pointless over the years, because if you look at, for example, in NBA 2K, they have a coach and you actually, you know, see the coach on the sidelines. For WWE, you don't really get that type of vibe. So again, it's a minor complaint. It's something that a lot of players that play MyFaction might not care about, but I personally would like to see some sort of improvement there. You know, having a dog ringside would be super dope. Why not? You know, but just my 2 cents, man. Now, y'all, we get to the Ringside Pass. Now, the Ringside Pass, many people have been asking, do we know the DLC? No, we don't know the DLC, y'all. And we're probably going to know it within the last week before the game comes out. If we're being completely honest, they usually don't drop DLC till they absolutely have to. So we'll see what happens with that. I believe this was disclosed, but one thing that I've been trying to see for sure if it's confirmed or not is, are they going to release the whole DLC, let us know who's going to be in each pack, or are we going to have to wait in between seasons to find out who's going to be in the next pack? However they do it, I think that it is going to get people feeling some sort of way anyway, but I think that's going to be a detail that obviously needs to be covered and we wait for. And if they do decide to drop the DLC right there, let us know, hey, this is who's coming in each season. You still have tons of surprises with persona cards, arenas, and different rewards that's going to come from the Ringside Pass as well. That's one thing for me that I'm really intrigued for. How much is it going to take? How long is it going to take to unlock a lot of the things with the Ringside Pass? We still don't have answers to that yet, but we shall know soon. This week, according to Ramon, it looks like we are going to have a very crazy week. It is going to be exciting. There's a lot of stuff coming in, I assume. So we'll have to see what happens with the Ringside Pass, y'all. There's a lot of, you know, things and that people want to talk about, and we just don't know anything yet, right? I think it's hard to be optimistic or negative at the moment. I think that it's one of those things where we'll just have to wait and see how it's approached. Because if I'm being completely honest, I'm a bit worried, but at the same time, it depends how fast we can reach those first 20 levels. It's all about justifying the Ringside Pass. 2K needs to do a hell of a job at really justifying the Ringside Pass. Like, there needs to be good rewards. There needs to be a money maker in there that's really worth people's time. But if 2K can justify it with some really good rewards, I think that's where the middle ground is going to be at. You got to make this worth it, man. Like, I know that we keep talking about the Ringside Pass, DLC. That's one side of it. But if the rewards on the other side of it are worth it, I think that's what's going to be the cool thing about it. We'll have to see what happens with this Ringside Pass, y'all. Again, lots of information yet to be revealed, but we do have a lot of core gameplay information out, and hopefully we will get way more universe mode news very, very soon. So y'all make sure to stay tuned for that, man. Make sure to go on ahead, like, comment, subscribe if you are enjoying the content over on this channel. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.